The confetti has fallen, but the internet is exploding. How did a string cheese mom from Missouri just topple the greatest vocalists in American Idol history? Tonight, we're stripping back the glitz to reveal why Hannah Harper didn't just win a trophy, she started a revolution. Was it the voice, or was it the soul? Let's dive into the 10 reasons why perfection just lost to reality. The string cheese magnitude that changed everything. The entertainment world stood frozen as golden confetti rained down on the massive American Idol 2026 stage, marking the end of an epic battle that transcended mere vocal competition. Hannah Harper, the humble mother from Missouri, stood motionless in the blinding spotlight, clutching a trophy that symbolized the total collapse of industry perfectionism. How could a woman who walked into the audition room sharing stories about her child's string cheese snacks take down a fleet of talents with God-tier vocal techniques? This wasn't just a victory, it was a cultural revolution where raw authenticity defeated the cold, calculated polish of the studio system. Millions of eyes watched this historic moment with bated breath, realizing that the ordinary mom narrative had transformed into an unstoppable force of pop politics, creating a shockwave that will echo through the rigid halls of Hollywood for years to come. The paradox of relatability versus cold perfection.
From the very second Hannah Harper stepped before the judges, the atmosphere in the room shifted from a standard audition to a profound meeting of souls. While other contestants arrived with hair styled by high-end professionals and rehearsed "I want this so bad" speeches that felt chillingly mechanical, Hannah arrived with an honesty that felt like a slap in the face. The string cheese effect isn't just a social media joke, it is a declaration of war against the unrealistic beauty and behavioral standards of national television. Many industry insiders noted that while other singers fought to be untouchable stars, Hannah fought to remain a whole human being. This was the crucial turning point. The audience was no longer looking for an idol on an ivory pedestal, but a mirror of their own messy lives, full of snack wrappers on the car floor, yet still harboring a massive burning dream. An execution of no one that shook the soul. The dramatic climax of the finale occurred when Hannah Harper chose Alicia Keys' No One, a decision many considered a danger zone that could potentially end her career. However, what transpired on that stage was an emotional transmutation rarely seen in the history of modern music competitions. Hannah didn't just sing the difficult notes, she poured her entire life history, her struggles as a mother, and her vulnerability into every single lyric.
While her fiercest rival, Jordan, performed vocal acrobatics that seemed physically impossible for a mere mortal, Hannah chose to whisper the truth directly into the hearts of the viewers. The vast auditorium suddenly felt small and intimate, as if she were singing for only one person in the middle of a massive crowd. The digital landscape exploded instantly, with thousands claiming to be in tears not because of her technique, but because of the sheer honesty. The theory of Jordan's eyes, a noble defeat. The most heartbreaking yet inspiring moment occurred when the camera caught the expression on Jordan's face just moments before the official results were announced. A theory is circulating widely among die-hard fans that Jordan actually knew his fate earlier that night through the overwhelming energy of the crowd. His gaze showed no fear, but rather a majestic acceptance of the natural force known as Hannah Harper. Instead of showing bitter disappointment, Jordan stood as a pillar of support, celebrating his opponent's victory as if it were his own. This knightly attitude sparked a heated debate among music purists who insist that Jordan's vocal range was far superior and more technically consistent. However, the winning narrative remained the same. American Idol isn't just looking for the best vocal machine, it's looking for a new heartbeat for an American music scene that is starving for human connection. The Heart's algorithm, why the data pointed to Hannah.
For those trapped in numbers and metrics, Hannah Harper's victory was actually written on the digital walls weeks ago without any room for doubt. If you pay attention to the engagement on every video of her performances, Hannah wasn't just leading, she was dominating, with numbers that left record label executives speechless. Every week, Hannah's videos gathered hundreds of thousands of likes and were shared massively by the String Cheese Mamas community, which had evolved into a powerful social movement. The personal investment from the audience was no longer just, "I like her voice," but "I want her to win" for every mother who feels forgotten. This voting power wasn't driven by sophisticated promotion, but by a sense of human solidarity with the woman from Missouri. The data proves that in the battle between Hollywood shimmer and household authenticity, the public conscience will always choose the latter. A father's tears and the symbolism of real family. Behind the glittering stage lights and million-dollar production, the most talked about moment happened in the dim light of the audience seats. The cameras caught Hannah's father's face, drenched in tears, a picture of pure pride that no scriptwriter in the world could ever fabricate. The presence of Hannah's family, her sobbing father and her husband watching with adoration, provided a layer of reality that stood in stark contrast to the show's opulence.
Presenter TV host. Even her father's choice of attire, which was quintessentially ordinary dad, became a hot topic loved by fans for bringing authentic vibes to a stage usually full of pretense. It was a powerful visual reminder that behind the prestigious American Idol title is a daughter, a wife, and a mother, whose life has just changed radically. This human moment locked in Hannah's victory, turning viewers from mere observers into part of the Harper family's emotional journey. The death of the plastic pop icon in the AI era. Hannah Harper's 2026 victory carries a much deeper message about the global psychological state of a public weary of falsehood. In the midst of AI-generated music and mass-produced pop stars aided by excessive autotune, we all crave something real. Hannah is the antithesis of everything the music industry has considered perfect for the last few decades. She is living proof that flaws, vulnerability, and honest life stories have a much higher value than expensive music video productions. Her win signals the end of the plastic pop icon era and the beginning of a new age where artists are valued for their ability to remain human under the pressure of fame. This message resonates strongly with every future contestant. Don't just show off your polished talent. Show your scarred and real soul to a world that is thirsty for the truth of the human experience. Future predictions: the heir to Carrie Underwood's throne.
The euphoria of this victory was immediately followed by wild speculation regarding Hannah Harper's future career, which is predicted to soar far beyond the American Idol stage. Many prominent music observers and critics have begun labeling her the next Carrie Underwood, a bold but justified comparison. Hannah didn't just win a silver-plated trophy, she built a community of loyal followers ready to buy every piece of work she releases next. Her ability to pivot between the soul of Alicia Keys and her Missouri country roots gives her a flexibility rarely seen in previous winners. Whether she chooses the path of emotional ballads or anthems for mothers worldwide, one thing is certain: America has fallen in love and is ready to listen. Hannah's career is predicted not to fade like a firework, but to grow into a sturdy tree in a music industry that is often cruel and highly unstable. The eternal debate: great singer versus true idol. While the celebrations continue, a fierce debate still burns in the corners of the internet regarding the true definition of a real idol. A segment of Jordan's loyal fans continues to argue that technically their idol was the better singer and should have won the competition based on pure vocal quality. They point to Jordan's perfect pitch consistency and breath control as the standard that should be upheld in any music competition.
However, the counter-argument that ultimately won public opinion is that being an idol involves something far more mystical than just stable high notes. It's about who you want to meet in the morning, whose song you want to hear when you're feeling down, and whose presence gives you hope. Jordan may have shone brightly throughout the season with his skills, but Hannah Harper managed to capture and embrace the heart of an entire nation with her courage to be herself. The legacy of 2026, a lesson in being yourself. As we close the chapter on this extraordinary 2026 season of American Idol, one great lesson stands tall above all else. Being yourself is the deadliest X factor.
From the legendary string cheese audition to the final tear-jerking performance of No One, Hannah Harper has proven that authenticity is the highest currency. She has given a voice to millions who felt invisible, proving that a small-town mother can shake the world just by being honest. Now, the ball is in your court to reflect on this journey and decide what this victory means for the future of the music industry. Who will have the most lasting legacy in the next 5 years? The vocal technician, Jordan, or the poet of the heart, Hannah? Share your deepest thoughts in the comments, because this discussion has only just begun. Thank you for following the deep dive on public reaction, and stay tuned for more.